Up live, and I was a little late to talk in there because I didn't even have my microphone set up. Um, yeah. Look, I took a while longer downstairs than I was expecting because for whatever reason today we had a sudden outbreak of flies, which is always fun to deal with. So I killed 3 of them while I was down there, but that took me a little while to take care of, and then, getting set up for the stream when I got back upstairs, and apparently there's a Chromium Zero Day out in the wild, so update your Chromium-based browsers. That's not just Chrome, mind you, that's most browsers. Including Edge at this point. But, yeah, I was just making sure that was done as well. And end result, just make sure I start the stream on time. I have a few more minutes to get everything set up, and before I know it, I should unmute now. But my microphone's not set up. Oops. Anyway, we're set up. We're going at this point. Stream's rolling. Recording's going. And, microphone noises. So yeah, what are we doing tonight? Pokemon, obviously. It's Wednesday. We're doing Pokemon. Pokemon Emerald Rando Catch-em-all. Ah, there's so many still to catch. We're apparently at 279. I say apparently. I think it's in sync with the in-game decks. Could be. But as much green as there is on that screen, there's also a lot of, not green. There you go. Yeah, I'm only just starting the game. What of it? So, yeah. 279, yes. That was correct. Oh, right. This is what I was doing last time. Well, I was going through the decks, and I got a fair ways down. Feel like I looked at Muck's entry and skipped over it. Lickitung I skipped over. What about Jinx? I think that's where I was. Because this is what I was doing last week. The end of last week. I was going through the Pokedex and seeing what I could catch. Altering Cave and Mount Pyre. Cool. I'm gonna do both of those eventually. So, not right now. This is near instantaneous when I press the button for this, but then the... Yeah, that takes a second. You can see, like... That's pressing it left and then up, and then this is... down right. Well, that was supposed to be down right. It's actually so bad that it doesn't always register. There is a delay there. Okay. Anyway, what's the next Pokemon after Jinx? Zapdos, apparently. I haven't even seen Articuno. Nope. That's Abandoned Ship. An Altering Cave, of course. But yeah, 130 is definitely the route to go for that on. Is that 130 or 131? I think that's 130, right? Let's go to Route 130. No. Noctowl Nosefly. There are what? 5 water encounters and 2 from fishing? I feel like I've already checked most of the Pokemon on 130. But since I didn't know at the time how many slots were in each setting, I probably missed some. Meme Island is also here, but we don't care about Meme Island because we've already been there and know what Pokemon's on it. It's only one. Now we just find a legendary. But not the one we want! God damn it. That's a Dawn fan. That's already 3 out of 5. What the hell is Wailord doing here? I think it was only on 129 in Sapphire, but... Oh, okay, apparently I'm fishing now. Didn't mean to do that. So, Pineco is apparently there. Let's see, where did Wailord actually appear? I think I did this last week. Yeah, Route 129 while surfing. We're on 130. What a rando. Wrong legendary. Show me that final slot game and confirm for me that it is in fact not Zapdos. Just double check and make sure that I'm remembering the slot counts properly. Thank you, Donphan. Not what I want. If you could actually show me something useful, game, that'd be great. Let's see, Petalburg, that's items. Wait, why are items on the bottom? There we go. Petalburg is actually a great example to use because... Oh, it's actually not as good as 104, I guess. But it does have... Petalburg does have water. So, yeah. Grass is 6, surfing is 5, fishing is 2, and then rock smash is 5. Wonderfully enough. Rock smash is different for every single area, for some obnoxious as hell reason. I already know it's Pineco on fishing, but can I just have Zapdos off of fishing as well? No. Gotta be another Pineco. I'm looking for one more slot off of either. Hey, evil. Hey game, seriously, there are other things that exist here. 2 slots you've yet to show me. The swimmer's hardly moved. They tried, but they hardly moved. Yeah, that was the first thing that I saw. Oh, only Pineco. Yeah, you don't say. There is technically another place I can find Zapdos. The problem is it's not open yet. I should probably just go become champion. Evil, shut up. Stop speaking for the game. Wrong one! Yep. Very tempting just to look at the log and see what's on Route 130. Fancy. Fancy is on 130. Well, at least I can focus on not fishing now. I.e., I can not pay too much attention. I know once I hear the different music that isn't the one that's tied to Registeel, I'll know I will know I have the right Pokémon, which is not this one. Yeah, it wasn't around for long, was it, Evil? And not because I murdered it either, for once. Not worth the effort. Thank you. That really so difficult, game? To make it the absolute last thing I see on the route. Such a nuisance. Okay, on to the next Pokemon. Dragonite, apparently. New Mauville, huh? I'm not going there. Alright, to Dewford we go. I pressed A before it registered. That happens far too often sometimes. Sure, let's just get the fishing out of the way first. Yeah, the Lotties don't have music tied to them. Probably because they don't normally have music tied to them. Yeah, they've normally just got the regular roaming, or the regular encounter music. No special roaming music. Alright, well that's the fishing encounters taken care of. Not to waste forever finding the 5th slot here. Two out of 5 and 0 for 2 that I need. Technically 0 for 4 if you include the fishing as well. Hey, Kiosk. The game's being super kind right now, but that's about to change. It's always the final slot. It's always the final slot. Well, it was kind this time. Didn't have to sit here for 10 minutes trying to find it. Just 2 or 3. Alright. Totodile, yeah. Oh. How are diving encounters classified? Okay, I'm looking at the log for that, because I don't know how that's considered. I'm not gonna look at the details, I'm just gonna do an overall look at it. 126, surfing, fishing. Underwater. I don't... I would imagine if it's an underwater encounter, it wouldn't just be the route as a whole. Of course, the question is, do I want to go to 126 or 115? Because 115's got grass as well. .115 is also closer, and probably slightly more direct to get to. Of course, there's no way for me to just bounce up this ledge. You gotta have special spots for that. Oh, the grass is all the way up there, isn't it? Ugh. Deal. I started mashing B partway through that, and then realized that, oh yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. Fortunately, mashing B doesn't seem to do anything, it's only A that messes up the fishing. There are a lot of Spheal here. There are a lot of Spheal here. As there bloody should be. I mean, I'm not sure this is quite the right spot for them to be, but I ain't gonna complain. So long as the other Pokemon shows up soon. Thank you. Well, I needed that. That's not what I was here for, though. No, no complaints here. It showed up. That's not what I'm here for, though, so, encounter time. Well, That's the second Pokemon in a row that I've found that I didn't have information on. I could get information on both of them, but I didn't have information. Both of those were evolutions. Alakazam, I don't need you anymore, even at a higher level. Go away. Really? I have every right to complain about this. Geese flying by outside by the sounds of it. Or that was another, had indirect information but no actual immediate information on it, so nice. However, that's only 2 of the encounters thus far in the water. Might be here a while. Oh, fun, evil. Well, this was certainly a good route to come to. Or new Pokemon that I didn't have direct information on. However, I did come here for a certain water-dwelling Pokemon, and it's yet to show up. Definitely ain't this. A psychic type, you ask? Yeah, I don't know how the Pokemon get spoons, but yeah, what Evil said. I don't know how it acquires them, though. It's a psychic type. It probably just gets it however it can, because it can. Yay! I should probably go check the grass, though. It teleports into people's homes and takes them. It could. Not what I wanted to do. This is fine. Maybe they've got information for me. No. Yes. I mean, I had the rest of the line, but I would have had to evolve Machoke to get info. So, having Machamp info directly now is very nice. Speaking of which, where is Machamp? Oh. This is so slow for some reason. Battle Frontier is one of the options. Okay, and the other is Meteor Falls. That's a big can of worms. Whatever. Kind of bad manners to the NPC to have victory music playing the whole time. Yeah, it is. I'm not the one who picked the music, though. You know, it just occurred to me, Pokémon aren't switching in mid-turn. But this game also has the updated battle engine, annoyingly. Or I can just do this. Chimecho and Barboach. I've got Chimecho. I did not have info on Barboach. I would have had to catch Whiscash and then breed for Barboach to get info, so that saves me a bit of time and effort. Are these Kelpsy? Nah. Haunter is... yes, actually. Okay, no, that's fine, game. That's fine. Nope, you didn't have to load that at all. That's great. Bastard. Bloody CS music or whatever it is in the background the entire time. Unknown I didn't have any info on. It worked that time. No, I'm not catching all the unknown forms. That's not required in this game. In fact, I don't know that there's a single way to actually view all the forms in this game outside of just having them in your boxes. Kinda, yeah, Evil. I mean, it doesn't really make sense, but canonically speaking, this game happens around the same time as Red and Blue. Supposedly. So... I don't know, the unknown not being as well understood at that point kinda makes sense. Although technically there were the Canopy Ruins in the Sevi Islands, but that's a Fire Red Leaf Green exclusive thing, so let's not pay any attention to that. Comfort, okay. Leaves just one encounter. And it's probably going to be something I have because I've gotten so much good stuff from this route already. Nope. Of course not. Why would it be what I'm here for? I don't even know what I'm here for. Well, that happened. Game, please. There is one more Pokemon on this route. Literally the only one here that I haven't found, but this is the issue with 6 encounter slots. The more encounter slots there are, the harder it is to find what you're here for. All the Pokemon I don't have any info on, since I got time to kill here anyway. Ekans and Arbok. Tangela. Pinsir, Kabutops, Articuno, Yanma. I've really not seen Yanma once. Lugia, Sableye, Absol, and Jirachi. I can get info or already have info, or I've already caught everything else in the game. But those Pokemon I listed are the only ones I haven't seen whatsoever. Well, that was a waste of time. Don't like you. Alright, back to Dewford we go, because that's the only place I want to go right now. I'll get to Mount Pyre at some point, and probably... let me call it as well. We on to a different route yet? Yes. Ooh, Hariyama. And to think, like, halfway through last week's stream, or something like that, certainly at the start of the stream, I didn't have info on the line at all, and then I just found a wild Makuita. There's Hariyama. All done. Not having any info to being done with it in only, like, just under a week. To be fair, I don't touch this outside of the stream, so... kinda makes sense that it would take that long. In terms of... stop opening the menu. In terms of actually having spent time in the game playing, though, it's more like a couple of hours at most, so... yeah. Love that the game does this. Yeah, I keep doing the same damn thing, I know. Because I got into the habit of it. And I do that more than I do the fishing animation anyway. Yeah, don't need you. I'll take that. Oh, fuck off with the Intimidate. I already had info on Salamence. But that's still something. Juice? Not something I need? This is gonna be annoying every time I find them. Which means the game's gonna show a lot of Salamence until I get the 5th slot here. Sing? Alright. I had indirect information on this. Yeah, so according to the decks, there are 43 Pokemon I have not seen. But again, like less than a dozen of which I don't have any way of getting information on easily. There are 2 more encounter slots here, believe it or not. That's amazing. No info on Tangela whatsoever. So that's one less Pokemon that I didn't have info on at all. Oh, piss off. Yeah, so that brings us down to 11 Pokemon I don't know the whereabouts of. And can't easily figure it out either. And hey, surprise, surprise, the last Pokemon that I'm gonna find is the one I came here for. Can't make this shit up. It happens so often. How long do I have to wait before I can actually press A there? I waited slightly longer every single time and it still wasn't long enough. All I need to do is find a single Ladian and I can move on with my life. Single Ladian and don't kill it. Oh. You know what? I don't know if this is actually where it is. But I'm gonna do this anyway, because I haven't checked here. And I'm just gonna run because it's not that far. Already got the item. Oh boy, how many encounter slots do caves have? Eldom, which I already have. Grass. Oh, it's Grass Cave. Yeah. That's 6. 6 encounter slots for caves. That would have been good if I hadn't found it earlier. I think I've already checked Jagged Pass, but not fully, necessarily. I don't know if I went there before or after I figured out the slot count. So if I go there, and I clear that out, then I know that any flashing dots in this area will be for the Team Magma base. Team Magma base is a massive time sink though, because there's so many rooms. Heracross. I had info on Heracross, so we would have gotten to it eventually. The only Gen 2 Pokemon I don't have any info on are Yanma and Lugia. What the hell? Just a random Pokemon with the Gen 4 evolution. It doesn't exist in this. And Lugia. Box art legendary. Not even just a regular legendary. Full on box art legendary. Neat. Another Pokemon I didn't have direct info on. The sire has been found. Acquire the sire. Acquire the sire I have. At some point I'll find the 6th slot even. Quagsire was the 5th. That's not what female Heracross looks like. What, does Gen 3 not have gender differences or something? It doesn't. I'm well aware that it doesn't. Alright. I skipped over Muck, because it was in annoying spots, so good to know that it was here. Eventually I can just fly to Loveridge. Not what I want to do. Use the bike. Nope. And then again, I might have already checked this spot, but I'm checking it again so I know for a fact that I'm done with this place. Because for all I know, I only saw 4 slots. And I want to eliminate everything but Magma Hideout as a possibility for that flashing dot here. That's half of them pretty quickly. The second half will not go as fast, though. Never does. Barret! Maybe Ferret will bring me good luck, since it's here. Or I can get a repeat. One more encounter slot on this route. Area. Whatever you want to call Jagged Pass. Polygon. Alright, so anything else that's flashing in this location, you know is in the magma base. So, Crobat. Yeah, Crobat is magma base. Magma base, abandoned ship, or Shoal Cave. I mean, abandoned ship at least should be fairly simple to clear. Yeah, I could do that. Why not? Also might be able to get another route while I'm over there. This is 107. I've already cleared 107. Convenient timing that. I was just going to accept the battle, but turned out of the way. Big bear. Weepin' Bell. Definitely have it. I need your pre-evolution, though. Gardevoir. Already have it. You're in the middle of a triathlon, then don't challenge me to a battle, you dumbass. That was worth doing. I might not have died otherwise. What? Hold on, what just happened there? Why did I not... Yeah, I gotta watch it back on my iPad now. But there was no PP left! What the fuck? You're telling me Surf uses PP per slot in this? Fuck off. Fix your fucking battle engine. Jesus, what the hell is that nonsense? Yeah, see, there's no surfing outside. It's only inside in this. And sight. Yeah, I think these won't be randomized because they're kind of critical to getting through here. Oh, right. Find the scanner. I don't know that the scanner's gonna be there, but we'll see. I'm just gonna grab this. Land's Wrath. Well, that sure is an item, isn't it? I don't know how the boat is counted, like if all the encounter slots are the same throughout, or what. Land's Wrath targets all Pokémon, apparently. Bot said it's time for a break as well. Are you kidding me? What the hell, Rando? Why do you put the same Pokemon in the same place twice? One more. One more Suicune, that is. Like, I'm not crazy. I did find Suicune on fishing, right? Right? Exploud and... Anyway, while I'm investigating that, it's break time. So, yeah, I'm just gonna take a few minutes to stand up, stretch, and get away from the computer for a little bit. During this time, I am going to run some ads. It's the only time during the stream that I run ads besides very beginning and end, and by running them now, it ensures that the gameplay for the next hour is completely ad-free at the small cost of some ads now, while literally nothing of importance is happening. So just bear with me through that, if you will. And when I get back, we'll continue encountering Suicune in this tiny pond of water, I guess. Because, you know, I got it 3 times in a row. I haven't fished up anything. Oh, no! Hey! It's only in the water. There was a Volbeat on the fishing. I just defaulted back to doing that. I had info on Volbeat. But anyway, that was the other fishing encounter. So my outburst at the randomizer was me just being mistaken. So anyway, BRB. Alrighty, I am back, and let's just jump right back into it, shall we? And we are not saving again, because there's no need for that. We are just encountering encounters, including Suicune. Mind you, I had just encountered it 3 times in a row previously, so it's not as though I wasn't aware it was here already. I'll take that. Zero is one I skipped before because it was in an annoying place, so this is probably one of those places. Just 2 encounters left. Yeah, I already knew about this one. From before the break. Oops. Did not mean to do that, obviously. What could the final 2 slots be? Not Magby, that's for sure. Yeah, still not Magby. Magby's in the first slot I found, not the other 2 that I haven't. Give me a break, game. I've gotten Volbeat and Fearow from here thus far. But again, what are the final 2 slots? Now, I just had a thought. I am checking the log. Okay. Well, that answers that question. I'm still gonna look at the log just because. I'm gonna see if I need to actually go any further. Suicune, I wish you would fuck off. Abandoned ship, surfing, and fishing. Okay, that answers that question. Don't even need to look and see what they are. Just... Are there only 2 entries? 1 for each of those? Yes? Then I need to go no further in this ship. I just need to find this final effing slot. So I can be done with this. It should be Crobat. Which is appropriate, because it's what I came here for. It would only be right that Crobat is the final encounter I find. Or, you know, just another fucking Suicune. Nope. Still... Still not coming up. At least once the Crobat finally does appear, I can get off of this ship and never come back. I like it when there's only one room, essentially, to check. Nice and convenient. Yep, that's Kyogre. Where did I find Kyogre? Fishing in Dewford or something like that? Probably wrong. I think it was from fishing somewhere. Give me a break, game. Should be a 20% chance on every slot, in theory. They always come. I will not come back though. I mean, here's the thing that the ship needs to understand. I don't have to be here anymore. The last slot is Crobat. I know that. I can get it elsewhere. So I can just leave. Because I should check the other places that it's in. So realistically, if it doesn't give me Crobat soon, like, I'm just leaving. I don't need to be here. That's what the ship thinks of me, I guess. Can you give me another Suicune? At least that one was in the 30s instead of level 13. Or is that the Kyogre? Either way. Didn't I come here for... What did I come here for, though? Why did I catch that? I didn't even need to catch that. Huh? This... Just to prove, like... There's no encounters here underwater. This is literally the only other spot you can get encounters. I didn't see a second entry. It could just be the same, and it's not the same. What the hell? Log, why do you lie to me? Oh, by the way, celebrate. That was 300. Isn't that exciting? I'm going to fishing now. Lickitung! I needed you, and I probably didn't want to deal with you because you were here and somewhere else. Okay, what the hell is going on with the ship, though? Okay, good. So, abandoned ship, surfing and fishing. Yeah, that's the set with Suicune. Exploud. So you're telling me there's more abandoned ship slots? Yes, there's another set of slots. I mean, clearly. I tried to press down there and it didn't press down. Yeah, that's it. Double check. Ancient cave. No. That definitely ain't here. Is even ancient cave? That? Yeah, that's Cave of Origin. Just the other part of it that normally is inaccessible in Emerald. But has been made accessible because the map still exists and so Pokemon get randomized into them and... yeah. I need to get in there. Really? What an asshole. That sure is ugly. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder or something like that, right? That's how the saying goes. Yeah, I'm only seeing 2 sets for Abandoned Ship. They were just separate in the log for some reason. Annoying. Oh, and there's 2 underwater sets as well. Oh, that's annoying. Where else is there grass? You know what? I can check Pop Tracker. Ah, 124 has grass underwater. That would do it. 126 has grass underwater. Need that. 127 does not. Generally too deep, as is 128, and then, yeah, okay. Thank you, Pop Tracker. Army, I did not have direct info on that. There it is. Still the final fucking slot I found. But it showed up relatively quickly this time, at least. Now the question is, do I have an escape rope? I go right past him. Next. Victory Road or Magma Hideout. Goody. Eagerly buff. A lot of Pokemon at the Battle Frontier. Oh. Well, that's unexpected. Huh. I was reading your message, Evil. Maybe. What is this? I get a Pokemon first try? And I didn't even know it was here, and it was already here? That never happens. No, we're on to box 11. I am running out of boxes. Like, don't get me wrong, I shouldn't even get into box 14 unless I start catching a bunch of duplicate Pokemon. Because we only just recently moved into box 11. And there's only 82 Pokemon to go. So that's less than 3 boxes worth. So yeah, shouldn't even get into box 14. Which is good. You know? Because 13 boxes would be 390 Pokemon. And while I'm sure I've caught a few duplicates, I've also got a party of 6. This is why I didn't just stop when I got what I was here for. Not fishing anymore, Evil. I got the Torchic. Stupid Intimidate. This water sucks. 2 Pokemon that could potentially have Intimidate, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the 2 that I found. I didn't mark Mightyena as caught. I had info on Skarmory, but still good to get it out of the way. Just double check 306, 306. Still haven't found Articuno, Lugia, or Jirachi. I caught all the legendaries for Gen 3 at least. But Jirachi's the only mythical I need. There's other Pokemon as well, obviously, but those are the legendaries and mythicals. Baltoy. Baltoy, where are you? Right there. Didn't have information on that. So, good. Moving on. What's next? $118 or Mount Pyre? We're going 118, obviously. Fire Horse is not what I'm here for. There should be something else here. Doesn't help when I press the button too early. Game, please. Whoops. Could be a second Pokemon here. There we go. Second Pokemon get. Well, found. Already have it. C-Dot. I've already got the entire evolutionary line, so don't need that. And yeah. It's nice to be somewhere where pressing A isn't gonna send me somewhere else. That was kind of annoying in the ship being on dive spots and not really having a choice about it. I only dove underwater accidentally once, I think, but it was still annoying. Am I done? Smoochum. I already got Smoochum, annoyingly. I did need it at one point. And true. Yeah, I don't need that. And the final encounter is what I came here for, obviously. Not that it's gonna show up immediately. Actually, no, that it might not be. Fun fact. Because 118 also has grass. Oh god, it doesn't have rock smash boulders, does it? 118 have rock smash boulders? Oh, please tell me it doesn't. Certainly none over there. Doesn't seem like it does. I think it's just a cut tree. Got it. Well, damn. I mean, I was gonna check the grass anyway. Why would I go up there when I can just go here? Grass is actually further away going up there. Huh, Makuita. The thing I really should have been doing, I mean, I should have been tracking encounters from the very beginning, but what I should have at the very least been doing is marking down which routes I've checked, so that I know. I needed Onyx, so can't complain about that. As it stands, I've only been noting encounters while I'm actively looking through the encounters on the route. So like right now I've got Makuita and Onyx written down, but that's it. Gyarados. So now I'll be adding Gyarados to the list. But once I find all the encounters, I just delete the info because it doesn't really matter to me at that point. There's the Blossom. Hey, it's not the final thing I find here. How exciting. There's actually 2 more slots. I did need that. I did need that. Alright, let the last slot be something that I don't have info on. You know, like Arbok or Kabuto or either of their evolutions, for instance. Or any of the other 6 Pokémon that I don't have info on. I am down to 10 now, aren't I? No, there's Sableye. Still 11. Still 11 Pokemon I don't have info on, with only 2 of them being 2-stage evolutionary lines. Well, 4. Can you tell I'm just mashing? You know, it helps to mark off the Pokemon I capture. Like Jolteon, for instance. Let me just make sure it's synced up. Yeah, 310. 76 to go. We are getting closer, however, I really need to pick up the pace simply because I've got 31 Pokemon game playthroughs to do, and I want to have them done by the time ZA comes out. And I thought I had until mid-November. Turns out I only have until mid-October because Pokemon, well, Game Freak, Nintendo, whoever made the decision, is breaking the tradition of releasing in November that they established after X and Y. Yeah, the last time a game was released in October was X and Y, which was the first worldwide release. It's been November every time since, with the exception of Legends, obviously, which was the end of January. But ZA is coming out in October. And I not only really want it, but god damn it, after seeing that fucking Scarlet Violet footage, I don't need a Switch 2. No, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I want it, but I don't need it. I've talked about this before. The problem is, if I get a Switch 2 somehow, I can't capture it properly. There is a 6th slot here, I swear. Yeah, exactly, Evil. Exactly. Like, in theory, I could probably just figure it out and get full 1440p, oh, 60 for the Pokemon games that support it. Which, crazy that we're finally gonna have a 60 FPS game again. Considering this right here that I'm playing right now, well, the unmodified version of it, was the last fully 60 FPS game. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, because my capture card is an HD60S, Elgato HD60S, I can't do 1440p or 4K through it. And certainly no HDR. So as a result, I'd have to play at 1080p off of a Switch 2 with this capture card. Now, I can just bypass the capture card for my own purposes, but streaming? Yeah, no, 1080p. They're experimenting with 1440p, Evil. The bitrate is garbage, considering it's not like AV1. If it was AV1 encoded, then, you know, maybe the 8,000 or whatever it is kilobits that they say they're allowing would be enough, but it's not enough. So, it's not necessary yet, but again, the problem is, here's the thing, right? I don't stream Pokemon off the Switch on this scene set, which means I'm now streaming it stretched out to 1440p, though it gets sized down to 1080p for the stream itself. It's just recorded at 1440p. The older Pokemon games like this, I'm recording and streaming at 1080p all around because I don't need the extra resolution. But I have finally moved the rest of my scenes to 1440p. Reconfiguring all of this would be such a nightmare, I'm not doing it. It's just not necessary. Yeah, the newer games. So, am I ever gonna see the 6th slot here? Or have I seen it, I just haven't been paying attention. That's always a possibility. No, I think the game's just screwing me over. But yeah, I don't have a way to capture it at that higher resolution, which for YouTube uploads, especially if I was to highlight anything, that's kind of a problem. So I would want a new capture card just for eventually being able to take care of the higher, or take advantage of the higher resolution pass-through. But then there's the small problem of what about my display, because I mean, I can do 1080p 144 or 1440p 144 over HDMI on it, but HDR is only supported over DisplayPort. So, you know, sure as fuck the Nintendo Switch 2 is not going to use DisplayPort. And I've only got one of those ports as well. And that's dedicated to my computer, my desktop. So, a new display would be preferable as well in that case. Which, yeah, that brings the total up to over $1,000 without even throwing any games in. Depending on how expensive the display is, at least. Maybe there's a more budget display that could keep it under $1,000, but with how much things can potentially cost now because of Rule 8 stuff, political stuff, otherwise known as, yeah. Not great. And I have exactly $0 to put towards all of that. Yeah, I need a better source of income than this because I just don't make enough off of Twitch. Never have. Never will. Okay, the encounters that I've seen here thus far. Makuhita, Onyx, Gyarados, Blossom, Jolteon. Has anybody else seen anything other than that? I don't think I have. There's a Gyarados. Saw Blossom. Rest is 6 encounter slots. Game's just being real fucking rude right now. If somebody could just come through and drop like $1,000 on my stream, that wouldn't solve all my issues by far, but it sure would be helpful. It's never gonna happen, but it sure would be helpful. But in this economy, ain't nobody got money for that, or if they do, they sure as fuck ain't tuning into my stream. Plus there's always the argument of, do I even deserve it? Which is fair enough. That's for you guys to decide, not for me to dictate. Hey, there it is! Finally, after like 10-15 minutes? I don't know. Way too fucking long. Oh jeez, evil. Wonderful. Alright, 126 it is, I guess. Now I'm going to do the smart thing here and move off of the tiles that are diveable. So that when I eventually move to non-fishing encounters, I don't have to worry about accidentally diving underwater when I inevitably mess up the inputs. Fishing. One more slot. I like that. I like that a lot. Not what you said, Evil. That's one of the two-stage lines that I had zero info on. Just like that. We've got info on it. Ooh, jump bluff. I mean, that is what I came here for. But still. Well, 3 encounters to find, though. In the water? Big bat, huh? While I'm here, I might as well go back underwater once I'm done up here and check the grass encounters underwater. Oh, wonderful. That's totally necessary. Yes, Jump Bluff, I know you're here. Thank you. Game really just gets stuck on like 1 or 2 Pokemon every now and then, just will not show anything else. Remember how I just spent like 10 or 15 minutes looking for one single Snorunt, as it turned out? Yeah, I needed that. I didn't even need the Snorunt. Turn down the sound so much. My air conditioner turns off. It's actually kind of nice. Also kind of nice to be able to use the air conditioner. There's just 1 encounter slot left, though. Not showing up yet again. At some point I'll get what I'm here for. Right now, that's for sure. You would. Well, the nice thing, at least, is that my water is cooler than it was when I started the stream. Just refilled it downstairs, but because the water was not that cool downstairs, thus been actually cooling off while I've been up here. Which, I don't know what that says about the fact that the water's in a thermos, but I ain't gonna complain about it cooling off. All that for nothing. Really? Yeah, evil. Either I use bottled water, I use tap water, or I afford filters for the giant Brita pitcher that I have and take up a bunch of space in the fridge with that. Now, admittedly, I could use water bottles that have been in the fridge for a little while. Why is Jump Left down here as well? Cubes out of the ice tray. Yeah, that would require having an ice tray that's full of ice, though. Got through the first 4 encounters pretty quickly. Waiting on that 5th, though. Why are you underwater? You're above water. Isn't it great how music from the opening of Fire Red Leaf Green is root music? Oh, could have been left out, but no, it was used. Of course, if I could get the final encounter slot down here before too long passes, so I don't have to keep listening to this kind of annoying loop. Nope. Nope, just gonna give the same 4 things over and over and over again. Maybe? Finally? Eventually? No. No. Nope. I hate how the game does this so often. Like, I get it, it's probability, right? If everything's 20%, you're gonna find the first 3 things that you found much more than you find the last 2 things, because they've just had more chances to show up. And you very much can just get stuck turning a 20% chance into basically a 1%. But obviously, it feels that way, not that it actually is percent. But it just happens so bloody often. Like, it wasn't that long ago where I got stuck for 10-15 minutes looking for the final slot. And now here I am doing it again. Only been like 5 minutes at most, but still. Love to see this final slot. We're coming up on another break, and I'd prefer to not be doing this when I get back from my break. Weapon, Ariados, Jump Pluff, Machop. I mean, I can look at the log right now and see what the 5th slot is. There's only trash here. Yeah. You don't say. By the way, just to confirm, yes, there are 5 slots on this in this area. I know that for a fact because it's treated as a surfing encounter. You technically are surfing, after all, just underwater. But yeah, as a result, it's 5 slots. I can pretty much guarantee you that if the 5th slot ever does appear, it's not going to be anything that I need. Told ya. Hmm. 116 or 119. I kind of like the sound of 119, but I also hate the sound of 119. Yeah, I don't think there are any rock smash boulders on 119, right? I guess technically it would have been faster to go from Fort Tree because you've got water and grass pretty quickly there. Versus here I have to run all the way across 118, get into a trainer battle first, and then I have to run through trainer-ridden grass in order to get out to the water. Oh, fuck off. Already had info on Lantern. Already had info on Suncone. Sunflora actually would have been more appreciated there. I've already been here. Oh, fuck you, game. Really? Fuck you. What a load of bullshit. Oh, good. Three encounters and it's all fucking hip now. Great. Wonderful. Okay. You know what? I'll take that. I will absolutely take that. I will take a Pokemon I had 0 info on any day of the week. 314. Divided by 100 and you got pi. Anyway. Time for a short break. Got Articuno out of the way. That just leaves Luigi and Jirachi for the legendary / mythicals that I do not have. And I have every single legendary already caught besides those two, or mythical. Literally only the ones that I don't have info on that I haven't caught. And that included Articuno until just now. Anyway, I'm going to take a few minutes, stand up, stretch, and get away from the computer for a little bit. During this time, I am going to run some ads. It's the only time during the stream that I run ads. Prevents pre-rolls for next hour, blah, 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 blah. Hour of gameplay completely ad-free at the small cost of ads now when nothing of importance is happening. So, yeah, this is time for you to potentially take care of other things, like going to the bathroom. You know, this scene makes people want to do that sometimes. Anyway, when I come back, we'll continue with more catching of things and maybe taking on the league. I don't know, it depends on how long 119 takes. So, we'll see. Anyway, BRB. Alrighty, I am back, and let's get back into it, and I have just noticed something. We've got our first completely green row! None of the columns are fully green yet, from what I can see, but if you look at the, what is it, like 6th line down, the one that starts with Electrode and ends with Star U. All green. So I just noticed there's a bit of a gray border at the edge of the screen there because... oh, I grabbed the wrong window. Because how much it's cropped off the side depends on how long the window is, so I can literally just... sorry, get onto the other display. Yeah, now it's onto my main display and thus extending off. Come on, through the display. Not liking me doing that, particularly. There you go. And I messed it up because I once again grabbed the wrong window. I blame Windows for that. Priority of which display you grab. Anyway, one fully green row, how exciting. Still got a bunch more to go though. 314 down, 72 to go. $71 to go. Oh, once I catch it. Three out of 6 thus far for this route. $119 was a good idea. Didn't have direct info on that either. Oh good, you're back. And of course, the game's just falling right back into its routine of not showing me anything new very often, which is so appreciated, especially when there's 6 encounter slots. That's the game basically saying, fine, here's one more. Huh, Togepi. The only reason I didn't come here in the first place to catch it is because I already had it. Helio. Neat. Had info on that though. That's fine. Chikorita, I needed you as well. Didn't have direct info on Chikorita either, so, hey. Things I needed, I'm catching them. 119 was apparently a very good idea. In before all the water encounters but one are repeats. No, maybe even including one. No, I don't think I found Apom yet, actually, so bar one. Apom's gonna be the only new thing I find in the water. Apom and Aggron, only things that start with A. Or it's just gonna be all Aggron all the time. I know, that was only the second one in a row, but still, that was 2 in a row, and it's all I've seen thus far. Monta... well, I mean, okay. It's gonna stop giving me things I haven't gotten before, though. Besides the, Apom, obviously. It's gonna stop soon. This won't continue. There's no way it can. See? There's the Apom. And now after this, that's gonna be it. There won't be anything new on this room. Because that's just how the game works. And yay, double-clicking causing highlighting, because I have to double-click to undo it, but if I move my mouse in the slightest, that happens. Easy enough to undo, obviously, but still. Yeah, I told you. There's gonna be repeats. Apom was the last new thing on this route. Which, honestly, fine. I got a fair amount of stuff I didn't already have by coming here. But yeah, the game's just now gonna waste my time until it finally decides to give me something that I've already seen, already caught. Because that's just how it works. I hate it when I'm right. Well, if I'm not miscounting, I only have 8 Pokémon left that I don't have any info on. Which, considering I started the stream with at least 12, that's not terrible. Having found 4 of them already without hitting any major hubs for encounters, that's not bad. Major hubs I can hit is places like Mount Pyre. Brain Mount Coronet is in a completely different region. Fuck off with that. Anyway, Magma Hideout, Mount Pyre, I already said. What the hell's the name of the cave? Granite Cave. Not Granite. Meteor Falls, that's the one. Battle Frontier's got a few, because I don't think it has grass, but it does have a cave and it has water. Also, I imagine that there's only one encounter in the cave, because normally that's exclusively Smeargle. But I don't know how it's divvied up in this. Meme Island was still only one encounter though, so I imagine that would be as well. Again, I think after I finish up here on 119, I might go challenge the League, because that's blocking off one of the pools of encounters that I could check, which is Altering Cave. Don't understand how I got into that menu, but okay. Game, I hate that you're doing this again. Show me the 5th fucking slot, please. Or, you know, just show me one of the 4. You've already showed me, that's fine too. If I'm gonna challenge the league, I like to do it sooner than not, just to ensure I can have plenty of time to do it and get into the post-game. So, every extra encounter that this takes is just time not available to be allocated to that. Able. Also wasting my time with fucking Intimidate. This is wonderful. Aggron, Hitmontop, Apom, Aerodactyl. What is encounter number 5? As I said before, it's probably just gonna be something I already have. Because why wouldn't it be? Well, I guess since I got time to kill, evidently, which I've already been killing poorly, but, I was talking about it on Monday with Flyken about dumping GameCube games and such. How it's more difficult than they thought. And, yeah, it is. Very much optical drive dependent. Because only some drives are able to dump the info, because you can't just read it normally, as it turns out, or I don't know, I don't understand exactly, because I didn't bother to read through technical documentation on why things are the way they are, and peace. Told ya. But I figured I'd try anyway, because, you know, maybe I could get something to work. Make sure to go to the top tile, otherwise you're not going to the Pokémon League. Of course, you have to have visited here before for that to work. But I have. You even got them separated. Whoa. Alright, let's just do it. Whatever. Still battle victory music? Really? That's just mean. Yeah, Azurill. I've already got Azurill. So, I tried with my old laptop, and, it didn't seem to work. Doesn't mean that it wouldn't, but I didn't push it further. But for some reason, normal type. Well, it might be a fairy type, I don't know. What typing is it using? Anyway, I set up the Optiplex because I still have that for some reason, and I started messing with it, and, well, it seems like it's working. I did eventually get the settings right, such that it started dumping, supposedly, with Skiploom. Needed info on that. So, yeah, it's still normal type. It probably was normal fairy, though. Coughing I already have. So yeah, end result. I started dumping the game. I started with Coliseum, because why not? I started dumping it sometime... Ooh, Bellsprout info. Sometime around 3 p.m. yesterday. And the last time I looked, which was like an hour before the stream, maybe a little more, it was set to finish a little before 1 a.m. tonight. A little after 10, mind you. So, yeah, it's a long wait, and there's no guarantee it will have worked, which is the best part. Oh yeah, that would be. I should have just done serve. Anyway. So yeah, I have to wait all this time, and I might not even get a successful dump. So, yay! If I had money, I'd just get one of those. Yeah, I think there's something you can plug into one of the expansion port slots on the bottom of the GameCube that allows you to do things with it. I don't know what way you actually have to dump. Well, I don't know what way you have to dump it, although there's always just the option of buying a Wii, because they should be fairly plentiful and relatively cheap, I would hope, still. They certainly used to be. Oh, Blastoise I didn't have info on. Yeah, hopefully this will work. It takes forever, which is annoying, but at least I'd be able to back up my GameCube games finally. Literally the only console games that I own outside of the Switch that I don't have the ability to back up. And the Switch is new enough that I'm not too concerned about backing it up just yet. Though I still want to be able to back them up as well. I'm marking down the info when I need it. Obviously, the fact that, like, Blastoise and whatever else showed up. Pichu, I don't need the info on. Trapinch I need, apparently. Trapinch came up when I typed in PIC. Makes sense, right? Persian I already have, though. The other thing is, if I manage to get my GameCube games backed up, then in theory, even though Nintendo wouldn't approve of it, but screw what they think, in theory I could start streaming GameCube games as well. Not that I have a ton that are worth streaming, or even that I would want to stream. But since Dolphin doesn't require a BIOS, doesn't require it, it might be able to accept one, but doesn't require it. Technically, that does become a possibility at that point. But again, Nintendo doesn't like emulation, so I'll shut up about it. What the hell? Really? Okay. I mean, that Zapdos info might have been good before, but I don't need it anymore. Groudon I've had for a while. Drought's gonna reduce the power of Surf, but that's fine. Takes 2 hits to kill instead of 1. Two. Thought 2 I don't need. I do kind of wish there was an easy indicator to see whether or not you have a Pokémon, or even have info on a Pokémon, but unfortunately this doesn't have that. Wondering whether or not I have info on Pidgeot. Oh, we've got our first column of green as well, I've just noticed. Fourth from the right. From Pidgeotto down to Regirock. Yeah, just max potion, Moltres, why not? 321 Pokemon caught with info on most of the rest. If not info, then info on, well, the ability to get info, I should say. Here, I'll save, why not? Yeah, I was worried about dedicating so much time to defeating the Elite Four. There, you happy, Evil? The most mundane music possible for the champion battle. But at least it's not the victory theme. Stop giving me things that are weak to water. Damn it. I only have 2 Surf PP left. Okay, that's better. Polyswag I have. Crobat I have. Heck, we saw it earlier. And Zubat. And Crobat! I needed Crobat at the time, though. Grovyle. No, I have Grovyle. Don't have its evolution, though, but I've got info on it, so that's fine. And final Pokemon is Electrode. Attack order. Oh, please. Sound proof. Note how a level 56 Electrode is faster than my Moltres, 20 levels higher. Such is how fast Electrode is. Also, yeah, that's it. I'm champion now. Whoa. Yeah, there's a lot in there, Birch, isn't there? A lot more than normal, that's for sure. This music kind of fits. Not supposed to, but it does. And then this is kind of out of place. You know, I kind of want to watch the credits simply because there's going to be so many Pokemon in there. I don't know that there will be any actual repeats outside of the duplicates that I've caught. Plus, what's the credits theme? Only took 11.5 hours. Certainly interesting music for this. Pokemon voices? So you mean their cries? Interesting. This may just be the most Pokemon that I've ever been able to see. Not that I have seen, but that I'm able to see during the credit sequence of Emerald. Simply because, like, I probably didn't watch it every single time when I was younger, even after completing my decks, or coming closer to it than not, I guess I should say, because I only completed the regional decks in Sapphire as a kid. But still, I probably would have reset through the credits so I didn't have to watch it every single time. Because, like, I could reset right now, it wouldn't affect things. But I've got at least 321 different Pokemon to choose for these credits. I don't think that's been the case previously. Especially not for the first time through. There's the starter. My starter Moltres. Rail code check. Neat. Of course, why you have Braille in a video game where you can't actually feel what the Braille is. It was an interesting mechanic, but yeah, it kind of doesn't work as intended that way. The end. Oops. Oh look, he's home for once. Oh, the SS ticket, so I can finally sail on the ship as you're expected to. And he's gone. How does this work? Because I think I've technically already gone to catch the other Lati on Southern Island, so like... How does that choice affect things? I'm not sure I actually went and caught it because there was no real reason to in some ways. Anyway. Alright. Well, I am actually going to go to Slateport and take the ship. Oh, don't mind Archie. He's just chilling. Bruh, we just depart. We had literally just left. Where are you going out to? The water? Cool that they let you see this, though. Don't question the scale of things too much, obviously. Oh, no, it stops before we get to Pacific Log. I was just thinking, like, Meme Island is out, because it's forced out. How does the ship handle that? It doesn't. Because you're not allowed to see past that point. Is it room 1 or 2? I don't remember. Room 2. Sorry. The list of places. Well, here, let's go to Southern Island now. Again, I don't think I've been here. I might have. I have been. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know how that works. We've already caught the Pokemon that was here. Battle Frontier. Glad I have hold to mash, because there's going to be a lot of text in the next little bit. One of the alternate music tracks for contest. That's funny. Okay, there wasn't as much text as I was expecting. Oh, the music didn't change when we changed sides. Yeah, fun fact. You can actually see it really blatantly with this, but I'll show it off again. The Battle Frontier is so big that it's actually split into two halves. Pause. 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 It's a lot less noticeable normally, but for whatever reason, this really stutters big time when you change routes and such. So, yeah. But you can notice it in vanilla. Helps that it's 60 FPS. And I'll run. They can make it bounce away in Gen 2, but not Gen 3. Well, that somehow seems wrong. No fishing encounters. Change tabs. What about this half? So it's just the cave. Interesting. You've been here the entire bloody time. Alright, well, I get the feeling that there are multiple Pokemon in this cave, even though this cave only normally houses one Pokemon. And the water sure didn't provide anything. There was definitely multiple things saying that it was at the Battle Frontier. Oh no. Oh, that's where they all are, isn't it? That's terrible. Okay, well, maybe not all. Oh, if that's where they all are, that'd be terrible. Speaking of terrible, why are you still alive? Okay, now I need to check the log. Because, like... Is that really how things are? Please tell me it's not. Can't escape? Oh no. Okay, that's a good thing. Thank you. This is gonna take a second to try and find. Oh, I'm a champ. Meditite. Okay, there are 2 Artisan Cave entry. That's all I'm seeing. Okay, that's a good sign. And there are 6 encounter slots because it's Grass Cave. So my concern for, oh no, please tell me the encounters aren't there, is because there are wild encounters in one of the battle facilities. The Battle Pyramid has wild encounters in it. Now, normally you can't catch things in there, but that's what came to mind. Like, please tell me you didn't make it so you have to catch Pokémon in the Battle Pyramid. But no, it doesn't seem to be the case. But there are 2 floors of Artisan Cave that I can get encounters in. Because apparently it's not just Smeargle. There's also less than 20 minutes left in the stream, and I have 8 more encounter slots to find? Not that I have to find them all necessarily, but it'd be better if I did. Of course, it has to be caves, it can't just be water. Where are these final 2 slots? No, but really, where are these final 2 slots, game? Please. I'm not even gonna get to the 2nd floor at this rate. Alright. I didn't have Barboach or Whiscash, but I had info on both of them. Now I just need to find that final slot. I can move on to the next floor and do it all over again. Bach being here was a big relief, because that's 2 more Pokemon that I don't need to find somehow. Which leaves just 6. Pinsir, Yanma, Lugia, Sableye, Absol, and Jirachi. Those are the only 6 that are black on that board. Just a Machamp. Here, I'll put it back up then. And keep looking at it for a little bit longer. Any other perfectly green rows? It doesn't look like it. There could very easily be another green row if I just found Jirachi. That would be too easy. Any day now, game, please. I said please! Sure, eventually, I'm sure, but just when is eventually? Actually, kind of want to check on the progress on dumping Coliseum. But unfortunately, I kind of need to steal one of my displays to do that. The Optiplex only has DVI and DisplayPort out. So, steal one of the DisplayPort cables from one of the other displays. That was everything. Let's do it all over again. You'd love to see it. Five undiscovered, unfound Pokemon. I don't know. Probably Pokemon that haven't been found might be more grammatically correct. Finish. Not Paris again. I don't remember where I found it, but I know I found it relatively recently. Four out of 6. The first 3 or 4 always go fairly quickly. Those last 2 slots, especially the last slot, that tend to be a hassle. It's always the last 2 slots. Paris. Just looking over the list, the chart, this thing. Paris. Just looking to make sure that there's no extra rows that are completely green, or columns. But no, it's literally just the two that have already been mentioned. Those two rows all center around Hydra. So the easiest way to pointing it out was just to unmark the slot temporarily. Oh hey, I had that up for a little while, but it's okay, you didn't miss anything, and you can kinda see the Pokemon off to the side anyway. Plus you can hear the cry. After all, how could you not know the cries of all the Pokemon? Just imagine not knowing them, especially in Gen 3, there was only 386 to remember. Not that much. I'm joking, of course. If anything, the first 3 generations can actually be kind of difficult because of how many cries are duplicated, essentially. Alright, one more slot. One more slot. Oh, and of course, now that I'm here, I can perform dupe glitches, because that's totally necessary. I love that Pokemon Emerald literally has the easiest and most accessible dupe glitch in the entire series. Like, it's so easy that the hardest part about it is making it available, which simply requires... Okay. Simply requires you to defeat the Pokemon League. Like, that's what you need to do to unlock the dupe glitches. Whoops. Sorry about that. Just defeat the Pokemon League. Become the champion. Literally so easy, I could just go and do it right now. So many Pokemon. We're just about filled up box 11. I mean, evil. Compared to some of the other dupe glitches that have existed in the series, beating the game is relatively easy. Like, menu sandwiches in BDSP, back when they were still a thing, maybe a lot easier to access, but a lot more complicated to perform. Like, I'm already starting with the duplication here. Like, here, I'll just withdraw this. And then I just come over here. Literally only have 2 that are eligible for level 50. Trying to remember what the buttons are. There we go. I got it before I saved, so it's fine. And that's it. I just performed the dupe glitch. Note how I saved at the PC, but now I'm here. Not the first time I've showed this off on stream, but, you know. Why not? Why not? It's literally that simple once you have access to the battle tower. And yeah, it only works in Emerald, it doesn't work in Ruby and Sapphire. $329 Pokemon out of 386. not terrible. Not terrible at all. We're gonna do this. The end of the the end of the stream. And yeah, 329 out of 386. If you don't feel like doing the math, that's 57 more to catch. Which is still a fair amount, but 57 out of 386 ain't that bad. That said, it's probably still going to take like another 2 weeks minimum, but that's just the way these things go. Messing with things. That's something. But yeah, next stream is going to be on Friday, and because I'm running it before the top of the hour, it will actually say the current stream. If I do next before the end of the scheduled slot on Twitch, it shows the current stream. If I do next after that slot has ended, it does the next stream after the next stream. So like 2 streams away instead of the next stream. That's not right either. There we go. That command is very broken. Yeah, exactly, Evil. Hell, it could take 3 streams just because I only stream 3 hours at a time. That's just how fun it is. Anyway, like the bot said, next stream, well, like the bot eventually said once I got the right command, next stream is Friday. Going to be doing some more Assetto Corsa, F3s at Montreal, and then probably Trash Car, because of course we're going to fucking do that now that things seem to be working. Can't fucking wait. Can you tell I'm not happy about it returning? I liked it when it was broken, because we didn't do it. Look, get the road course version of the car working again, and then we'll talk. The road courses are actually worth doing with those cars to some degree, because I can usually wrangle it well enough. I have in the past. But the ovals? Fuck that garbage. Especially if you're going to start throwing artificial cautions into the middle of it. Artificial cautions are stupid. Anyway. As a reminder, next week when we do Assetto Corsa, not this week, but next week, it is going to be the 2.4 hours of French countryside. Or 154 minutes of French countryside, whatever it ends up being. Yeah, that's next week. So, honestly, I might end up doing practice on Monday next week, because I'm more or less done with Derail for the time being. I've done pretty much all of what I wanted to do. So, and Satisfactory doesn't launch until Tuesday, the 10th. And I need to make sure that my save is actually still functional. You know, mod updates and whatnot. So, yeah, I won't be streaming Satisfactory on Monday as a result, because it would be one last day on 1.0. I don't really have anything to do then. I might as well practice, right? I'm not going to get any other practice in otherwise. Maybe, though. We'll see. But yeah, French Countryside is coming up end of next week, unless it gets pushed back, which it really... It shouldn't, and it can't really do so either. It can't really afford to do so because of the scheduling. We've already pushed back multiple races a bunch this year. To the point where I think there's one we haven't even done yet that we should have done by now. But yeah. That's next week. But this week is F3s at Montreal. Yeah, F1's not there until next weekend, but again, French countryside. So we're doing it this week. And GTA on Saturday, as per normal. Anyway, if you want to watch ads and you're not a sub, whether to me or to Twitch, then stick around. Otherwise, if you fall into that category and don't want to watch ads, probably just leave. No, but Seriously, I'm gonna run ads, so if you don't want to watch them, don't stick around. If you're a sub or a Twitch Turbo, you shouldn't see them, but you know how Twitch can be sometimes. Is that it? I think that's basically it. Yeah. So, yeah. That's gonna do it for me tonight. Thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully, I'll see you next time. Later.